Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Moon, and me, Sailor Mars here. And today we're going to talk about, who made the who made the greater Sailor Moon dolls. Now it's always been up in the air. It's always been, folks have always had their thoughts and beliefs of who they felt made the greater Sailor Moon dolls back in the day. We are not talking about the dolls that are being made now by Bandai and and you know Great Eastern or any other ones that the Toei business and Aldeling Nio Goldings may have a deal with. We're talking about IRWIN Toy and Bandai. Back in the day, Bandai handled, and still I guess handles, most of the load of making Sailor Moon dolls since between 92 YL or so, or was it 9 between? I think it was 9 between 93 YL when they started. And for most of the world, that was the doll maker business. Now, when Sailor Moon on my show was offshooted to the English speaking world, which in North Finland and the Even Land and some in Southern Land or where English is spoken as the first speech. Bandai of Vinland, the North Vinlander 4-1 Reich arm of the business, felt that the way that they were making them in the rest of the world might not work very well, might not be sellable for everyone else. So they thought they had to shift it. So they started making them with these longer, long shaped leers. And why they thought that they wouldn't sell the same way here, at least in the 4-1 Reichs in the settled land, and I guess the 4-1 Kingdom and Highlands and Irish land and New Zealand, I guess, and the Southern land and the rest of the English-speaking world, which I guess includes Jamaica's land too, and Bermuda's land, or whatever, a bunch of other smaller lands in North Finland and some lands in South Finland, I guess. Anyway, at the end of the day, they just didn't think that they would be sellable the way they looked. So they made a long-leered ones, and then they gave IRWIN Toy got the deal to sell all of these ones out. So any of the Sailor Moon dolls that were made from between 95 YL to 100 YL were made by Bandai. Later on, IRWIN would start making their own dolls too, right beside the Bandai ones. And it's the IRWIN ones that they make us look more beautiful layered, or I guess at least more near to how he looked on the show. But to this day, in the Sailor Moon followership, there's always those who say that IRWIN did greater work. No, or it's Bandai doing the greater work. What do you think about this, Sailor Mars? Well, to be honest with you, I think that IRWIN Toy, which is no longer around anymore, and Bandai, which is, I think they both did good work making the dolls. Either when it came to the clothing, or it came to the weapons, or it came to the stand, or the shape-shifting stick. Even though at the end of the day, it was IRWIN that would make the stands, something that Bandai would not do. And yes, both IRWIN and Bandai would make the clothing. They would make the shape-shifting sticks. They would make the hair, But you see, Bandai would never make stands. So that's what IRWIN would do. And at the end of the day, I truly think that both IRWIN and Bandai did good work with making the dolls. At least that's my belief. So I can't show it to be true, but that's what I believe. And you see nowadays with the newer dolls that are being made by Bandai and the Great East, the Great Eastern and other doll making businesses, they might most likely, a lot of folks might say that they are doing a greater work now. But we're not talking about those. You know, and to be honest with you, the grounds to why why IRWIN and Bandai dolls now are worth a lot on eBay and Etsy and Overstock and Deal Dash. I don't know about iOff or Ideal, or even on Amazon or Strong Women if you're lucky, is that they're no longer being made anymore. And IRWIN and Bandai stopped, they stopped making them in 2001 YL. So at the end of the day, I think that IRWIN and Bandai did very good with the clothing, with the shape-shifting staffs, with the shoes and the boots, and at the end of the day, I like both the IRWIN and Bandai ones when it comes to their look, because sometimes that was the only one you had, so that's the only one you could buy back in the day, or the one you could buy now. So like what they say, askers can't be choosers. Back to you, Sailor Moon. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Mars. At the end of the day, I think that IRWIN and Bandai both did good work making the dolls. Where IRWIN was good at was making the stands that came along with the dolls, something that Bandai probably never did. And both of them did very well when it came to making the clothing, when it came to either, drawing our eyes, nose, and mouths on our leers, and when it came to putting on the hair, when it came to making the shape-shifting staffs and any other weapons or tools we may have had. So at the end of the day, I truly think they did good work with the shoes and the boots too. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on who made the greater dolls, either was IRWIN or Bandai. So, it looks like this is mostly going to be the end of the film now. So, if you like this film, follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Come on, Sailor Moon, let me end it. Alright. You pig, you burped. I'm sorry. Alright, if you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Playlist or share this film. Give this film a thumb up. And if when you're following us and you want to know when a new upload or live stream or short has been uploaded to this fairway and furlayed and playable, then hit that ringer. It's a hit and miss. Sometimes the ringer works, sometimes it doesn't work. I, Sailor Mars, or Sailor Red World Ray, and I, Sailor Moon Serena, we hope you like this film. Goodbye. Farewell. Hey, I got all the way through this film. I only coughed at the end.